Welcome, guys, to another episode of. Wait a minute, I haven't done one of these before. It's a commentary! No, but seriously, it's a little bit, late at night, and I've actually got a story this time, alright? A commentary video needs a story, right? Yeah. So, guys, I got a job. Yeah. I got a job at Dunkin' Donuts. So I'm working at Dunkin', right? And I just start a couple days ago, right? And I'm just kind of your average Joe, just bumbling around with the machines, and I'm like, all right, what am I doing? And then the manager comes up to me. He's like, "All right, you gotta do these videos, these informational videos." And I'm like, "All right, how long is this gonna take?" He's like, 3 hours." And I'm like, "What? Oh, and there goes my connection. All right, we're on mcplayhd.net, just because it's the only server that's working. Okay. So, anyways, on with the story. While I'm bridging. All right. So, here's the thing, right? So these videos, they take like 3 hours. No, not even 3 hours. It takes like 8 hours for them to complete because there's so many informational videos. Because there's all the lattes and the cappuccinos and the macchiatos, and then how to order the donuts and how to do the cases and like all this awkward stuff about doing like all. It's just so much stuff that you have to learn, and then it's like in all of that time you're just doing that. You're just sitting there, just. Hey, I got a new personal best time. Nice. I should just rant whenever I bridge. Anyways, so like, it's oh god. So I have to watch all of these videos, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna take like the entire day. I'm not gonna get to do anything. But halfway through it, as I'm just like completely bored, the manager comes up to me and he's like, "All right, are you bored yet?" And I'm like, "No, that was 2 hours ago." And he's like, "All right, come with me." And I'm like, "Yes, finally something to do." And he goes up and he's like, "All right, you work the machine, go." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Work the machine." And I'm like, but I didn't learn how to do the machine." And he's like, "You watch the videos." And I'm like, "You literally took the video. You took me away from the videos because you said they were boring." So then he pulls over one of the other employees who's just sitting here, and her name is gonna be Borska, because I can't think of anything else. So Borska here, right? She's like, "All right, I gotta warn you, I'm a terrible teacher." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. What? Why would he pick you?" And she's like, "I don't know." And then she proceeds to tell me nothing. All right, nothing about anything that I'm doing. So she's like, "All right, you gotta man the drinks and you gotta go fast." I'm like, "You didn't tell me anything." So eventually, I start learning how to do stuff, and one of the other employees is a lot nicer than everybody else, and he's just so the Dunkin' like attitude is like they just throw you in there and they're like, "Here, do this, and if you don't do it good, you're fired," but not actually. So anyways, I was the thing that I had most trouble learning was the latte. All right, now you gotta understand. So let me just explain to you this. The latte is it's literally just like three components, all right? It's milk, espresso shot, and ice. And that's it. But for some reason, I just could not wrap my mind around the fact that it was just milk, espresso, and ice. All right? I was like, I went over to do one, and it was like, what comes first? Put the ice in, and then, cream? No, milk. And then it would take me like an hour, and then someone else would eventually do it. So so you gotta understand, right? So the machine that created the espresso shots is this thing called the barista, and the barista is like apparently the most fragile. I think is what I learned from the tutorials. Of course, I only remembered it after it. Well, after it broke. But so here's what happened, right? So what it does is for the cold lattes. Holy god, that guy's god bridging, no way. So what happens is For the cold ones, it's just ice, milk, and the espresso shot. But for the hot one, it's got the ice, the espresso shot, and steamed milk. Alright? Now that's the most important part. It was steamed milk. Now the way you steam the milk is through the barista, as I was talking about earlier. And basically what you do is you fill up this little thing with the with the milk, and then you put it under this what's it called, like a steamer thing, like a little chute. It's got like a little steamer thingy majig, and it just it just steams. It just goes and it steams, and then it stops after a while, after like a little bit, and that's when you're supposed to take it out. But here's the thing. It was broken. And they didn't tell me that. So I, being the foolish newbie that I was like, alright, hot latte, let's go. So I grabbed the, I immediately try to put ice in it, and then I'm like, wait. This is hot. It's not supposed to have ice in it. Ice makes it cold. I don't know if you knew that, Sylvia. Oh, ice makes it cold. So the person wants like a swirl, a couple different types of swirls in her latte. So I put that in, and then I put the espresso shot in, and then I'm like, all right, now I gotta steam the milk. Fun. You got it, man. You got it. Oh my god. Da-da-da, da-da, 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 da. Oh man. Alright, overlay the music here. Da-da-da. Amazing content. Subscribe for more. Where was I? Oh right. So I go ahead and I fill up the little container with the milk. And I set it to what the size was, because you gotta set it to the size, and then you gotta start steaming it. And then I press the steam button, and it goes. One of the other employees, let's call him Borton. Borton comes over to me and he's like, "Hey Silvio, you're not steaming milk, are you?" And I'm like. So immediately I knew I had done something wrong, right? So he's like, oh yeah, our, just to let you know, our thing's broken. If you turn it on, it won't stop. So I'm like, oh. And then I glance over at the thing. And keep in mind, this is 10 minutes later. And I see that it hasn't stopped. So I kind of like, oh yeah, good to know, haha. And then I go over to the milk, and it's boiling. And I kid you not, it is literally boiling. I have boiled the milk at this point. So I take it out, and this strong odor just fills the air, and I just feel the silence as every single one of the employees they just look at me. And I'm like, So anyways, that was the story of how I learned how to how to not steam a latte milk. Subscribe for more epic content, and let's see if I can finish this bridge. Oh, I'm just too good. It's just like the epicness is just too good. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.